All right. Okay. Well, we are here with Homeschool Conversations. And today we're going to be talking about vocational training. And this is something that's kind of coming back in some of the public schools that I've been in. I've seen some EMT training, and I've seen wood shop and some different things. But we're going to be talking about vocational training in general. But obviously, we kind of focus on the homeschool crowd. And homeschoolers have a unique advantage in that they
Mhm,
have more time to pursue other endeavors
mhm.
and work training in addition to their academic studies. So I want to welcome our guest for today, Nani Jarrell. And Nani, if you will take the take the lead here and just introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about your background, and then we'll kind of get into where you work and about vocational training.
Okay. Well, my name is Nani Jarrell, one of the owners of Valley Boiler and Mechanical, which is a business that's been in the Valley for about 22 years. And I own it with my husband. It's a family-owned business. One of our three children are involved in the business. I got involved because I was married to my husband, and uh, his history has been a Boilermaker. So he started when he got out of high school, he didn't know what he wanted to do. His parents gave him about a year to kind of figure it out, and he decided that he didn't want to go to a college, that he wanted to go to a trade school, and he became a certified welder. Went to Hobart in Ohio, and he bummed around the country, did some work, was in the union, and that's how he kind of got his feel for the boiler industry and mechanical contracting. Fast forward to 22 years ago, we, with circumstances, we decided to start our own business. Piece of equipment that is used in apartment buildings. If you want hot water or steam, this is what a boiler does. And so his history, his work was able to, we were able to start this business. And because I was married to him, I was able to support him and learn about it. And I've been working in the office for 22 years. We have been in the Valley for about 25 years, and we plan on being here for a long time. We have three children, 37, 34, and 30. And in one way or another, they've all been in the business at one time. Our oldest son, Brandon, is in the business and will be taking it over in the near future. So that's a little bit
Okay.
about me.
Okay. And then do you handle more of the business end of things, or are you, kind of actually out there, in the field?
I definitely handle the business side of it. My job title is CFO, Chief Financial Officer, and what I do is rotate money. So I do have a little bit of a background. I did go to a 2-year college, and so I've got some skills that I am able to apply to what I do. But it's kind of grown with me. We started small in a barn, and now we own quite a bit of property, and we have about 30 people out in the field, vehicles. And so what I do is I rotate money, money in, money out, and that's really what I do. We work for the government, and so contracts and schedule of values, which is a way that we get paid. It's all paperwork. We do local government, we do federal government, a lot of private. So that's what I do.
Okay.
Insurance, human resources, taxes. So yeah, all the paperwork, all the behind the scenes, keeping things moving.
Yeah, keep things flowing. Okay. Well, I wanted to talk about what is vocational training. And I was just telling Nani before we got started, this really kind of got in my mind in the past couple of years. My dad was an electrician, and my grandfather was before him. So my dad, he always came home with dirty fingernails and, kind of dirty. And so
Yeah.
I think it was I was always kind of thought, oh, well, I want to go to college and I want to get, a nice little desk job where I don't have to get dirty. Um, like that. And then, and then you get older and unfortunately my dad has passed away now, and all the things that he did around the house, working
Yeah.
on the car, anything electrical, some things plumbing. I mean, he could fix anything. And
Hmm.
so now that he's passed, now I think, oh, what am I going to do? I don't know how to do all these things. I should have learned, but I didn't. And a few years ago, we visited the Booker T. Washington birthplace in near Smith Mountain Lake in Virginia. And I'd always heard of Booker T. Washington. He's a real big Black History Month. You'll kind of see his name, and
Hmm.
there's schools and things named after him. But I really never knew much about what I knew. He was in education, but I didn't know much more than Tuskegee Institute. He helped start that, and he was very interesting, phenomenal person. He was born a slave, and he was freed, I think, when he was like 7 years old, and ended up wanted to get an education so bad that he went to Hampton Institute near Norfolk, Virginia, and he worked his way through school. He was kind of did like janitorial work, and so worked his way, would work all day, and then go to school at night, and was able to finish his degree. And then when he was asked to start Tuskegee Institute, he really felt that it was important for all of the students there to learn some type of a trade. And when he arrived at what he thought was going to be, his new university, I think it was just a couple of shacks, and just was nothing there. And so the students actually lived in tents and ended up building Tuskegee Institute. There were masonry workers making bricks. People were making
Hmm.
food. So everybody, truly built the school with their own hands, and were also able to get an education. So I really thought that that was phenomenal that he emphasized academics just as much as he did with vocational training. He kind of said, hey, you need to have both, because you can't
Right.
always rely on the academics, but somebody always needs, some plumbing or electrical work, mechanical work, things like that done. So I really
That is.
realized that that's something I wanted to emphasize with my own children,
Mhm.
and in a homeschool environment, again, you do have more of that time available. So tell us, kind of what is vocational training, and what do you see? Are there gaps, and do you see that in today's society that there's gaps in the emphasis needed for vocational training?
I see it because we live it. In our industry, we hire plumbers. We need electrical backgrounds, welders, pipe fitters, carpentry. I mean, those are all things that we use every day. And there's some of our workforce that have gone on to a four-year institute and have decided they want to work with their hands. There's some that we raise our youth and train them, and many of them are still with us in lead positions. Well, there's some of our success stories we might get into later. But what we do is we work on boilers and mechanical systems, and so we need everything. We need the pipe fitters that lay the pipe. We need the people that are have technology behind them, because we have control boards and control panels. We electricians that wire up the equipment. We don't build buildings, but we build everything, and we put all the equipment inside the buildings. Vocational training is really important. There's some people that are made for going to a four-year institution and beyond. I come from my parents were highly educated, and I tried to go to a four-year institute, and it just didn't work. I'm a hands-on kind of person. Same with our children. Two of them went on to get education. One's a RN and one's a computer. What does he do? He works with computers. He had to go to school for that. But our oldest son went to trade school. He went to Hobart Welding Institute like his dad did. And now that's not easy, but you know, he got to work with his hands every single day when he was in school. And we do take young people who are not sure what they want to do, and we give them a taste of what we do, usually the harder things, the dirtier things, just to see if they're going to stick around. And then those young people decide that, yes, this is what this, I see what you do. Let me try this. And so we'll put them into that, you know, into that area. They always have a mentor for 2-3 years, and then they're able to continue their education through through classes that we have access to, and through just on-the-job training. You know, you talk about your dad. Electricians make a lot of money. A lot of times, more than a 4-year degree will bring a person, and they don't have to go look for work very far. Same with pipe fitters and welders. I mean, if you know a trade, you're not going to go hungry. The job availability is always there. I mean, you know, I know that we have friends that are bankers, and when you come out of school and you think you're going to go into banking, you're going into banking at an entry level, not a management level, which is, you know, what a lot of people think that they can do. When you're working with your hands and you have a skill behind you, you are working and you're earning money, good money. And the skilled labor has great money potential.